Fletching is known as one of the most common 99s. Many people will finish Fletching as their very first 99. This is because the skill has many different methods, ranging from incredibly fast and expensive to AFK and profitable. This guide will be split into a few sections: bow fletching for AFK profit and zero time methods. I'll be adding chapters to the time bar at the bottom of the video, so seek to whatever section interests you. Before we get into methods, let's start with quests you can complete for XP. Completing Animal Magnetism, Big Chompy Bird Hunting, Zogre Flesh Eaters, Temple of Ikov, and the Fremnik Trials will skip you straight to level 30. Moving on to bow fletching, this is not necessarily efficient, but it is very AFK and profitable, turning fletching into an easy bank standing skill. You have the option to either simply fletch bows or string the bows. Both provide the same XP and have the same requirements. Stringing is faster, but less AFK, with varying GP rates. The reason this is profitable is because the strung bows typically alch for a decent value. These early levels will actually cost you a bit of GP if you fletch or string bows, because the bows realistically can't be alched. Adding feathers to the arrow shafts to create headless arrows is actually the best option for profitable XP up until level 35. Fletching any bows before this will not only be slower, but cost you money. Adding feathers to arrows is actually always more GP and XP than fletching bows. You can hit up to 45k XP an hour attaching feathers to shafts. You will need to combine 24,406 shafts and feathers in order to hit level 35, providing a profit of 67k currently. This will only take you about half an hour. From levels 35 to 40, you unlock Willow short bows, and this is finally where bow crafting starts to become worth doing. Currently, stringing will cost you money, but fletching logs will provide a nice, hefty profit. Fletching logs is 55k XP an hour, and will take you 445 logs to reach level 40. You will receive a profit of 10k GP for these levels. From levels 40 to 50, you unlock Willow longbows. These are, like before, currently not profitable to string, but provide a profit for fletching. You can now hit rates of 70k XP an hour while cutting logs, and will receive a bit more profit per log. It will take you 1,545 logs to reach level 50, and will provide a profit of 60k GP. From levels 50 to 55, you unlock Maple shortbows. These are much more GP per log fletched, and you will now hit XP rates of 85k XP an hour. Also, stringing now breaks even, so you can choose to string instead for more XP, up to 120k XP per hour. You will need to cut 1,307 maple bows to reach level 55, providing a profit of 315k GP. From levels 55 to 65, you can do maple longbows. These are interesting because currently it is much more profitable to string these than to fletch them. You will now reach rates of 100k XP an hour cutting and 140k XP an hour stringing. To hit level 65, you will cut or string 4,851 bows, providing a profit of 315k again if cutting, or 425k if stringing. From level 65 to 70, you can use short bows. These are currently not profitable to cut, but are to string. You can hit 115k XP an hour if cutting, or 165k XP an hour if stringing. Hitting level 70 will require 4,269 bows, providing a profit of 180k GP if stringing. From level 70 to 85, you can do U longbows. These are almost equal profit stringing versus fletching. These are the most profitable log to cut in-game typically, and I did these all the way to 99. To hit level 85 will take 33,613 logs, providing a profit of about 3.2 mil regardless of method. If you did these to 99, it would require 163,598 logs, providing a massive profit of 16 mil. Now you may be wondering why we went straight to 85 when you unlock magic short bows at level 80. These currently are fairly expensive to make, and I would recommend skipping these entirely. From 85 to 99, you can do magic longbows. These are the fastest XP for bows in the game, providing up to 155k XP an hour fletching and 225k XP an hour stringing. The profit for fletching these is very small currently, but stringing provides better profit than U longbows. Going from 85 to 99 would require 106,840 logs and would net a profit of 14 mil for stringing and only 2.4 mil for fletching. Now I want to also mention the zero time methods. Fletching darts or finishing bolts does not interrupt movement and has no dialogue box, allowing you to fletch while doing agility in between actions. You can even train it while doing things like Slayer. Multiple sets can be fletched in a single tick, so it's basically as fast as you can click. This makes the skill technically take zero time, because you can train it entirely while doing other methods. These almost never provide profit, and are usually decently expensive. The only profitable option is broad bolts, although this not only requires you to unlock the ability to make these for 300 Slayer points, these also only provide 3 XP per bolt, as well as having a very low buy limit of 7,000. Unless you stockpile these for a while, they really aren't realistic. Dragon bolts are probably the most cost-effective and reasonable option. Although these require 84 fletching, they cost only 2.5 GP and XP and provide 12 XP per bolt. Most darts are incredibly expensive, the fastest being dragon darts costing almost 14 GP and XP, and the cheapest being mithril at almost 6 GP and XP. Darts are typically double XP of their counterpart bolt, but are also equivalently over twice as expensive. There are also several options that are almost zero time. These are adding gem bolt tips to bolts, creating arrows, and creating javelins. Javelins and arrows are very expensive, but they can provide insane XP rates, whereas adding bolt tips is typically profitable. These options aren't great for standard agility because it takes a tick to start fletching and it's much slower. For sepulcher, however, I have found these are actually better than rapid fletching with darts or bolts, because much of your time in sepulcher is spent waiting for traps to line up, which can be spent AFKing bolts instead of spam fletching like with darts. I typically can tip about 1,000 bolts in a 5-floor run of sepulcher, adding an extra 50k profit to my run, as well as a free 7k fletching XP. This comes out to 50k XP an hour and 350k extra GP an hour on top of the agility XP. Obviously, doing this for long periods of time requires a very large cast stack and time to allow things to buy in the GE, as the limits are typically only 11,000, which is not high enough. You could also do things like fletch dragon arrows, the cost of which is negated by your sepulcher runs, and would provide insane XP rates. For regular agility, you realistically can't tip bolts. Arrows/bolts are your only option because there isn't as much time as set between pauses. Give fletching a shot during your agility training. It makes it more intensive, but will save you a lot of time overall on your account. And that's it for the video. Leave a like if you liked it, and or subscribe. Thanks, guys.